Life is, can be, and should be illogical. Hey everyone, this is Bart coming to you with Backstage with Bart. You know, you can't get to center stage without coming from backstage. And so, we all about today? But today is day 5 in our comfort zone challenge. And the category today is physical. Reminds me of the song "Let's Get Physical, Physical." Forget the lyrics there and forget the off key, but you know what I'm saying. Let's get physical. Let's talk about why it's important to get physical. You know, ladies and gentlemen, this all comes from these 60 cards I have. That's get out of your comfort zone. It's 60 challenge cards to build a resilient mindset. And that's what we're talking about here at Backstage to Bart. Backstage with Bart is how to build that resilient mindset, because we know that mindset is 90 to 95% of everything we do. The rest is skill. You can be the most amazing performer in the world. You can be the most amazing tap dancer, the most amazing vocalist, the most amazing drummer, whatever it is, you're the most amazing at it. But if your mindset is not right, you're not performing at your ultimate. Never are. Whether you're in athletics, whether you're in the arts, whether you're a doctor, a scientist, a teacher, whatever it is, mindset is 90 to 95%. So why physical? Why do we have this card here today? And again, I do not read these cards until I come live with you on this podcast. Take a real quick look, and here's what it says. Your physical and mental health are absolute priorities. Invest in both of them. And we've heard a lot in the past several months about mental health, you know, from A-list celebrities taking their own lives to A-list athletes having to withdraw from competition because of mental health issues. And that goes hand in hand with the physical side. One of the things that we know in order to increase productivity, increase your mindset, is being physical, having a physical routine in your life is a paramount. It's a non-negotiable. And so this card actually is very cool in that I'm anxious to see what it says. It's got a set of dumbbells with, let's see what it says. Challenge is to hang from something as long as you can. This is often called the dead hang. Now, if you're a member of a gym, that's easy to do. You see people doing chin-ups, go to that bar and you just hang for as long as you can. The difficulty level, they say, is medium, but I think it's probably up for debate a little bit. Here's the why. Why this challenge? This is a great challenge for building upper body strength and for also improving grip strength. It can get pretty intense though, so you'll have to hang in there, pun intended. So what's the how? How do you do this? You find something that you can safely hang from, such as a climbing frame, a pull-up bar, or the branch of a tree. And get yourself up there and see how long you can hang from it. Don't forget to time yourself or have someone else do this for you. The world record at the time of this card being published for someone hanging is 20 minutes and 22 seconds by Pete Whitaker. Now, that's impressive. If you remember yesterday's challenge, it was concentration. And what they have us do, they had us look at a clock and watch the second hand go round and round for 20 minutes. Imagine hanging there for that period of time and watching that clock. That will do to your mindset. Here's the harder task. See if you can beat your first time. Also set personal best for one arm hangs and pull-ups if you feel adventurous. Now, I'm going to share something with you that I do. One of the very best exercises you can do is a plank. You know what a plank is? You lay out on the floor, get on your elbows, and with your toes, you put yourself in an inclined position. So what I do, I have a list of affirmations that I use. I put the list of affirmations on the floor, and as I'm in my plank, I audibly, verbally recite these affirmations. And I don't do it in a hurry. I don't rapidly do this and get out of the plank. I do it as if it's my normal voice. My very first affirmation: I am so happy and grateful that money comes to me in increasing quantities through many sources on a continuous basis. So that's my number one mindset, my number one mental affirmation that I put out there multiple times during the day. Even have this affirmations stuck to a wall so I can see them, I can read them, I will know them. They're on my phone. So if I'm traveling, I just pull it up and do the same thing. You can do a plank in your hotel room. Your travel, go to the fitness center they have, and I'm sure they'll have a bar somewhere that you can hang from. I am so happy and grateful that money comes to me in increasing quantities through many sources on a continuous basis. And that's what it's really all about. That's why I created the community I have called Artists as Entrepreneurs. I have a very private Facebook page that's Artists as Entrepreneurs. Go look for it. You have to answer 3 questions out there, and then you get admitted to the group. Why do I ask those 3 questions? One, just so I can get to know a little bit about you. But secondly, just to make sure that it's not some robot, some piece of artificial intelligence trying to enter into the private group, because the private group is a safe haven. But what do I want to really create there? Well, I want to help others. I want to help others follow their passion without compromising their artistic pursuits. So every day they can be happy and grateful. And I want to show them how can have money come to them in increasing quantities through many sources on a continuous basis. That's called residual income. And why is that important? Because the one thing we know is that if you rely totally on your salary, totally on your income from a job, you're one step away from poverty, from being broke. If you lose that job, you've lost your money. When you look at something and realize that there's much greater opportunities out there, and you create those opportunities, then that's when you start to realize that there's a life out there with style, yes, a lifestyle that you deserve. It's what you've been envisioning. In fact, my second mantra is my lifestyle, my life plus style. I am so happy and grateful that I drink my morning coffee on my balcony patio overlooking Central Park. That is going to happen. You know, you go through this, and here's another one. I'm so happy and grateful that each day I go to Spotlight NYC and interact with many aspiring artists. You see, not only am I creating this group called Artists as Entrepreneurs, but that's going to manifest itself as something much greater. And that is to a community, a place where aspiring artists can come in New York and then hopefully throughout the world, where they can come and they can have this community of support. Not only can they come and record, not only can they come and dance, can they rehearse, can they act? We're going to have ongoing education, not only from a personal empowerment point of view, but also ways in which that income can be coming to them on a continuous basis. They have to sell anything? Absolutely not. I don't do that kind of stuff. I'm learning right now from some of the top educators in the world and some of the most incredible millionaires, multimillionaires in the world, how they did it, how they're doing it. And they didn't start out with money. They didn't wake up and born into, a very wealthy family, and they have all this income just sitting there waiting for them. They started out poor, just like you and me. but they saw a greater vision and made something greater happen. That's my mission. It's one of my goals and what I'm doing here. So let's get physical. Let's talk about that. So are you willing to go out and find a place where you can just hang for an hour? Or maybe you have to hang this way for an hour. And maybe you can make an hour. How about starting with like maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes? The time it takes to boil an egg. Can you hold on and stretch for that long? So what's going to happen is you're going to stretch, and it continuously, your mind is going to start to declutter, because you're going to forget about all the crap going on in your world, and you're going to start thinking about, how do I hang on? And that is a metaphor for when times get going tough. Just a way to declutter your mind. Once again, we've talked these 5 days about creative, that gratitude jar, about having discomfort, getting uncomfortable. And that's when you put the honey on your face and your hands for an hour and it was sticky. Or how about the juggling act? I'm still working on this one. And then yesterday's 20-minute of clock watching, the concentration. Every day is something new and different. There's 6 cards. We've gone through 5, one more in the set, and then we start the next set. These things are things you should be doing cumulative. They're fun to do. They're things you can continue to do and work with. But once again, think about who you are, who you become. Today is Friday the 13th. I say it's probably one of the luckiest days in the world. Why? It doesn't come around that often. But then again, so is Saturday the 14th, and Sunday the 15th, and Monday the 16th. Any day you wake up is a day of gratitude, a day where luck is shining upon you. Go out, make today the most amazing day. I want you to live today as if what you're about to do is illogical, because we know that's when you really get out of your comfort zone and you really truly make things happen. Until tomorrow, when we discover what comes after physical, this is Bart. I've been backstage with you. The only way you can get to center stage is to come backstage. Go out there, start living your life, because life is, can be, and should be illogical. I'll see you tomorrow.